It's Kendra, the I'm the Business Doula, and welcome to my channel. I am currently doing a 90-day video challenge where for 90 days I am going to be consistent as I possibly can here on my channel. So thank you so much for being here. I hope that you stay a while. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and go binge watch some of the other stuff that I have because you might get some good out of it. I am a small business fanatic. I love small businesses, so I'm always giving tips and encouragement and all of the things. So, to just kind of give you a backstory of this whole temporary office space, my husband and I had to move, and we had to make a move very fast for our family. And so we ended up moving from one state to another within 30 days. And it was not expected. It was not a place that we had planned to move. It was not a place that we had planned on moving to. We had never talked about moving here. And yeah, but it was an emergency move. We had to do what we had to do. And so we are here. We actually took over one of his friends' leases. And so we are here in the temporary space. There was a lot of furniture and things left behind. Some things we did get rid of. And then some things I was like, you know what? Let me use that for my, like for the office space so I can still be productive. So more on the move later in another video. But for now, let's take a tour of my home office in the temporary space. Village, welcome to my home office. Let's get into it. I just wanted to show you all that you don't have to have a super extravagant or huge space to have a nice little office space so that you can, be productive. Okay, so first of all, we are not going to worry about this right here. So my office space is right next to the kitchen, and we have um, this little rack, and I'm really struggling because I want to get it organized, but we have limited space, so I'm trying to figure out where to put everything. So it looks a hot mess over there. So, but don't worry about that part. Don't worry about that. Usually, so we live in an apartment, and this is usually where the dining room would be, where you would eat dinner. But we don't have our table with us, and honestly, we never really ate at the table anyway. So, why not use it as an office space to make sure that I stay productive, even though we are in a temporary space. In every space that I have, I always like to have like an art gallery. In our last home, I had an area where I just love art. And so I had like all my little art pieces up that I purchased from a lot of small business owners because I really love to support my small business owners. In the hallway, I had an art gallery, and it had all of the paintings that my children painted because we have little painting sessions. Which brings me to this piece right here, which I actually did that during a painting session with my children. They were just kind of, picking colors and stuff. Once they were done with the different colors, they asked for a new set of colors, and I just used their leftover paint, and that's what I created. I just did what was on my heart, and I love hearts. I doodle them all the time. I finally learned how to make latte art, make a heart out of latte art. So I'll be showing y'all that too one day. But yeah, so that is my painting that I painted during one of our art sessions. So my youngest actually did this one. It was a purple. First, it was like a purple little like crescent moon looking thing. So we call this picture the purple banana. These right here, I got those from Dollar Tree. They were super cute. Originally, these pictures were in the nursery, but I found a box of things that we did not take to storage that we actually brought with us because it wouldn't fit in there. And I was like, hey, these pictures actually could go with my office right now. So have those. These are actually from Dollar Tree too, and they also were in the nursery. But I just put, like some little things that I use to get dressed. I usually have a mirror right here, but I ended up doing my hair and I moved it in the bedroom. So I was like, I think I might like it in there better. I'm not really sure, but when it is here, This is the area where I usually get dressed. The mirror is usually like right here in this area. And I have like my mascara, y'all. The extinctionist. We're gonna talk about that in another video. But I originally got this one. I was looking for this one and I couldn't find the extinctionist by Maybelline. Sorry, by L'Oreal. So I ended up getting Sky High by Maybelline, and it just wasn't giving. And then funny story with this, it actually is brown. So now my lashes are light brown, but it's actually cute because it's bringing my eye color out. So anyway, got that. And then a good friend of mine got this for me either for Christmas or my birthday. And it is just a prayer box. And so whenever y'all pray, or whenever y'all, because I am a woman of faith. So if y'all ever ask me to pray for y'all, just know that your prayer is probably going to end up in here, and mine too. Um, and then here I have my pens. Now this is actually a candle, a repurposed candle um, jar. I actually did like the little hot water trick where you put the hot water in there and lift up the remaining candle in there, and I just took it out and I put my pens in there. So when I'm sitting here, I can always just look up here and get what I need. And then this is actually another candle that I repurposed. Actually, I didn't. I think the only thing I did was take off the tape, the little like label on here. But I actually kept, I actually kept this the candle in there because it smells so good. But I have my little push pins in here, which I think I might have to either put these somewhere else because I'm noticing that they have a discolor to it. But I have push pins for this little bulletin board that I have, where I put little things here, like here's my current project, so I can kind of, whenever I'm kind of like brain fogged, I'm like, what am I supposed to be working on? Here you go. And then just some random notes. And then this is actually a note. I had a self love coach, and she had a workshop, so we had these index cards, and so wherever you sat at the workshop was, your mantra. And mine says, at some point, you have to let go of what you thought should happen and live in what is happening. And I found it at the perfect time. It was in when I was packing, I found it in some of my stuff. And it was just the perfect time because the move. And then coincidentally, right before I moved, I saw my self love coach, she's really a good friend of mine. And I saw her like literally hours before my family and I were moving to another state. It was crazy timing. Anyway, this right here is super cute. Now it's a tag, and I actually want to find a frame for it because it's super cute. But there was a black artist who had her clothing line in Target, and I bought it to support her. And I ended up keeping this because it is so cute. Bijou Harmon, I think is her name. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyways, I loved it and I want to frame it and actually add it to my art gallery. This is actually a tag as well. I can't remember. I think I bought something off Amazon, and it was a black business that I supported, and I was like, I'm gonna frame that too. But for now, I do have my little push pins on the bulletin board. So that's there. And this right here, my oldest made this for me during our painting session, the same session as that one. And it's rainbow. It's actually called Kendra. This is the painting that was made during our little art session, and I'll put it up here too. And then this right here, I know y'all are probably like, why do you have a bunny with a missing eye on your art gallery? Well, let me tell y'all. So story time a little bit. This right here is the last thing that my grandma made for me. I've actually had it since I think, what does it say? Is that '05? Yeah, 2005. My grandma made that for me. I actually moved to Atlanta in 2009, and that is the last time I saw her before she passed away. And I have kept this with me wherever I go. She made it during one of her arts and crafts sessions that she used to go to, and it's just cotton balls, and you can see it's kind of like, it's messed up. It's traveled with me everywhere, to Atlanta, back from Atlanta to just wherever I went, I took it with me because I love her so much. Still do. It's my nana. And another funny story, I've managed to keep this all these years in somewhat, of a good state. And my youngest decided, because my youngest loves googly eyes. So my youngest decided to take one of the googly eyes off, and it is lost in the sauce somewhere. I don't even know where it is. But anyways, but that is the story on the bunny picture. Now to the desk. This is my baby Maru. I'm plant mama. I got a lot of little plants around here. I'll show y'all. But this is Maru. Maru is my snake plant. We had a lot. We had some ups and downs. I actually used Chat GPT to save her life because she had fungus gnats, and I could not get rid of them for nothing. And I used I went to ChatGPT and I was like, help. And we put together like a solution, and I got Maru back to where she needs to be. But that is just to kind of give a little life, little greenery to my desk, which I actually pull out when I'm actually ready to work, like this. Um, oh, yeah. All right. So yeah, so I pull that out. I have my desk back, my chair back here, which I got from Target. It's a little rolly office chair. Originally, I had um. Mm-mm. Okay, yeah. So originally, I had this chair, but it broke. So we ended up. I was like, hubby, can we go get another chair? And we did. It was $30 from Target, real inexpensive, and it's a good quality. I did have to put it together, so that was a lot, but I got it done. Now another thing, I love lights. I love lights. These were actually Christmas lights that my husband and I had up in one of our older spaces, and I just brought them with me. They were in another box that wouldn't fit in storage, and I just wanted to add it to give some life to the space. And these little fairy lights were in the nursery for my youngest, and also found those in a box that did not fit in storage. So just wanted to put those up there too to kind of give it some light. Okay, now this is another area, and I wanted to give it like that full office space feel. I am in the process of building a seven-figure marketing agency, and I really wanted to give myself an area, a space where I can still be productive and do that and get that done, but not feel like it's like really at home, if that makes any sense. I don't know, maybe it doesn't. Anyways, so when we moved into the temporary space, there was quite a bit of furniture and things left behind. And this table was one of the things left behind, and so was this dresser. And I really did not want to put my clothes in it. I just kind of felt weird about it. So I was like, I'm just gonna use it for the office. I was like, it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, something just clicked and was like, use the dresser to put into this little office space. And I'll show you guys how I put everything together in another video. But yeah, this was very heavy. I did move it from one of the bedrooms to this space here. Originally, I think I had it that way, and I was like, no, I think it would be better here. There's a window back here. It stops about here, so it's perfect when I have the window open. Um, it's nothing to see. It's not any type of scenery. It's office buildings back there. So I'm not gonna open that to show y'all because for what? But yeah, just to let y'all know, that's kind of why I put this right here. I may move it again. I don't know. It does feel a little strange right here, but it works for now. So anyway, on this desk, I have one of my plant babies, Blessing. Blessing had a hard time. She is dead, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to. She did have like one little leaf that was hanging on. And I was like, oh, but I think I might have to let her go. I'm really sad about it because she was so pretty. My husband got it for my birthday last year, and it was just so beautiful. It just, oh, see, there she is. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, this is a little speaker for when I want to listen to some music to kind of keep me going. I am a music head, so music keeps me going, and so I wanted to have that. I do have a bigger speaker, but sometimes I'm working when my babies are asleep, so I just want to make sure that I still kind of have that vibe going, but it's not like super loud with like the bass and everything in there. So I have that. Like I said, I'm a music head, so I do have this little mug. I use it as a mug, but it just keeps breaking when I put stuff in it, like water and tea and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use it as a cup holder. As you can see, I repurpose a lot of things. I have a hard time giving stuff up, which is not good, but it is because it saves money sometimes. But yeah, I have a little USB holder where I can, charge all my little media gadgets that I use. And then I have this basket here with some journals in there, a random pair of glasses. Don't know where that came from, but we gonna rock with it. And then I have some liquid chalk in here. This is a Starbucks cup, and I just didn't feel right drinking out of it. The aluminum just always tasted weird. So I just put, my baby scissors up in here, and then some uh, liquid chalk that I use for my little board, which I don't even know if I have it here or not. I got this from Dollar Tree. Super cute. Has the rose gold lining, and I just put like my little baby hair comb in there because like I said, I be doing my little thing over here sometimes in the morning. So gotta lay the baby hairs down. I just got it, so I gotta clean it and take the tag off of there. But got my little scissors here, some more pins. I am a pin collector. So yeah, there's pins everywhere. But then I have some sticky notes because you always need sticky notes when you're running a business. And just a mom period. 'Cause I be forgetting stuff. And batteries. Always need batteries. So I have that there. Another repurposed thing here. Gotta be careful here because it's leaning. Oh, so here is another repurposed candle jar, and I just have my permanent markers in here and some glue for little art projects and things that I do with the babies. So got that there. And then I have my little media bag. My media bag has microphones and USB cords, AirPods, all different type of things that I use during my media. I have my microphone, which I may or may not be starting a podcast. I don't know. But I definitely use it for my YouTube videos and recordings for that. Then I have some books up here. Got some word searches for when I just need to take a break and let my mind just, go a little bit. And then more markers. This is for my whiteboard, which is right here. I am thinking of putting it here. I'm not really sure. We are in a temporary space, so I don't really want to make too many holes or anything like that. So I might just get some command strips, which I already kind of have some here. So I may get some command strips, but for now, I usually just lean it up against here and just sit on the floor and do my little brainstorming or whatever I'm going to do. I love to have just, my marketing strategy and everything on the board because I am a wife and a mom. And sometimes and I'm, getting older. So sometimes my mind, I'm just like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? And it helps to have things on the wall right here when I'm sitting at this desk. I can just look here, here, there, and I know, I can get myself back on track. But then I have my ring. This is also a repurposed candle, and I just put my rings in here. I always feel naked without rings. So when I work, I have to have some, like at least one ring on, aside from my ring finger. But yeah, it just makes me feel like a superhero. Like I can just accomplish anything when I have rings on. So I always keep those by me. And then my husband calls me, uh, what does he call me? Creative Kendra, because I'm always doing something. So that's a necklace that my dad gave to me. But this right here, if you know, you know. Okay, these are them cookies. Okay, the ones that you used to think that was the sewing kit material. Yeah. Well, I got old enough to buy my own cookies, grandma. Okay, and now I see why you hid them from us. I do. I get it. I get it now. But anyways, yeah. So I wanted to keep it because it's very sturdy. The tin can is very sturdy. I see why they used it for sewing material, but I wanted to kind of jazz it up, give it some a little zhuzh. And so I found this faux fur from Dollar Tree, and I just kept looking at it because I really wanted it, but I just didn't know what to do with it. Now I have a little art project, so I started with some double-sided tape. That didn't work. Then I tried some super glue. That didn't work. So I'm gonna try the hot glue next. And we're just gonna fill it up with faux fur. Now, what we have in here, I just put some office supplies stuff in here that I don't want to have out. So in here, I have just little things that I use from here, every now and again. I have my camera that I, record my YouTube videos on from time to time. I have some more sticky notes in there. I have some little like workout for my hands because I type and write a lot. So I want to make sure I, keep my hands, exercise and, keep them right, keep them tight. Got my glasses in here because mama be needing her glasses sometimes. Okay. And then I have like microphone covers, batteries, all kind of stuff in here that I need, every now and again, but don't want to have it just all out. In the second drawer here, I just have papers, miscellaneous papers, little scraps and stuff that I use for journaling and things like that. And then, and down in the third drawer here, I have USB cords, HDMI cords, jump drives, all kind of stuff, media stuff that I don't really use. Just don't want to have it out. And then I have over there. I have some arts and crafts stuff in there too, just to have it out the way. So, and then this TV, I don't know if you can see it in frame just yet because I'm not recording this again. But I have a TV here, and I think it's maybe a 55-inch. um, it was left behind in the rental, and it actually was sitting on top of here in one of the rooms. And I wanted to use it because we already had TVs that we brought with us that wouldn't fit in storage. Oh God, the storage! Oh my gosh, so full. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I wanted to use this TV as a kind of like a display for when I'm actually filming YouTube videos. I can see if I'm in frame, when I'm doing like face to camera videos. So I left that there. I was going to put it back up here, but I got kids and I don't think, I mean, it is kind of dangerous there too, but I'd rather them break it than it to fall on them. So yeah, so I've been leaving it there. We already had the youngest break the 65-inch TV, which was tragic. But it happens. Whatever. You can replace material things. You cannot replace your child. So I'm just glad that my baby was okay, and we can get another TV. Whatever. So yeah, that is all. Thank y'all so much for watching, and tune in for the next video. I don't know everything, but what I do know, I'm going to share with y'all because y'all are my village, and it takes a village to raise a business. Bye, y'all.